go.
Welcome to Light Efficient Design's May ProWorkshop Webinar. If this is the first time you're here, welcome. We're so excited. Today you're going to gain the confidence to sell solar, but then also if you're an electrical contractor and user, you're going to have that confidence to say yes to placing a solar fixture on your property. My name is Rebecca Healy, Sales and Marketing Coordinator. I'm talking to David Gershaw, Chief Innovation Officer, Doug Nevelsberger, he's the VP of Marketing. So after this 30-minute ProWorkshop webinar, you're going to have the opportunity to take a quiz. So if you receive a score of 6, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win either a 20-ounce Solera Yeti or, like Doug has on, a Solera hat. And I don't know where my pink one is.
I swear I was wearing my Solera hat every day for the last 3 months, but I got a haircut last week and I'm so proud that I got that haircut.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Doug is still looking good.
You show off your haircut, David.
June 18th. June 18th.
But if you're in a group setting and you're maintaining 6 feet of social distancing, make sure you grab your cell phone so that you're eligible to be entered into that drawing. If you have any questions, use the chat box. I'll do my best to answer those. And at the end, David and Doug will answer any questions you have live.
What are we giving away, Rebecca?
We are.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed my cue. We're also giving away, if you get a perfect score, so there's 8 questions. Is that right?
Yeah.
So if you get 8 questions right, we're randomly picking 2 people to win a $250 gift card or gift certificate, something like that. So yeah, definitely, make sure that you log in. The questions, they're little tough, could be, but mainly just meant to reinforce the key points from today's presentation. So yeah. I'm
most excited about that surprise at the end, though. A very special promotion. Really cool.
A lot of surprises today. A lot of surprises.
Stick around to the end because we're talking about hybrid solar, and I promise you it's going to be worth your while if you stick around to the end and see what we're offering, giving away.
All right.
So the goal of these ProWorkshops is to introduce you. Oh, okay, well, we'll start with that one. Provide updates to our company, introduce you to cool new products, provide success stories. We've got a ton of those on our website. You should go check them out. And then to test your knowledge at the end. So.
All right, am I up now?
You sure are.
All right, so company updates, plural. I've got 2 for you guys. The first one, though, is this really, really cool, innovative UVC light that we are bringing to market. Team's been spending a lot of time on this, but really just wanted to kind of hit a couple quick points on what separates our UVC light from anything else out there that you might be seeing. And the first one is we've got an integrated vacancy sensor, so kind of the opposite of an occupancy sensor, in that, when it senses motion, it shuts off. So definitely a huge perk for this type of light. It's also ETL listed. We'll be the first one with an ETL listed product. And when you're dealing with UVC light, you certainly want to have the approval of a safety organization like ETL or UL signing off on the product. But to learn more, either reach out to your regional manager or rep, and then we'll have a pro workshop on this June 19th and June 22nd. We'll be sending out the official invites next week, and we are accepting some pre-orders now. So if you want to get your hands on these sooner than later, again, please talk to your local rep or your regional manager, and we will help you out. But today is all about Solera solar lighting, free to shine. So most of you guys have probably seen Solera over the last 6 months, as we've really branded our entire solar line as Solera, and we strive to be the leader in off-grid and hybrid commercial solar lighting. Free to shine, where that kind of comes from, it's twofold. So the free part of it is with our fixtures, especially the off-grid, you're not using any electricity, so there is 0 cost of operation for the product. And even with our hybrid, we're maximizing the sun and solar power, so using very little line voltage for it, so relatively very low cost to operate. So that's kind of the free and the shine. These are not the low end, solar products that you might see on Amazon or in a big box store like Home Depot or Lowe's. These really put out really true, brilliant light. So that's what Solera is all about. But just to kind of really dive into it a little bit deeper, because we are first to market with these things, and that's something that we are very proud of at Light Efficient Design, is delivering you products before anybody else. But one of the main things is that they're easy to use. These are not, engineered solutions. They are, when I say that, engineered by where we have to call out an engineer to, do a mock-up or do a layout for that. But they're reliable. We've got 3 or 5 year warranties on these products. They're plug and play. So again, just simple as far as installation. They're all in one, which is really key. Solar in the past, you'd have a separate light engine, then a battery mounted somewhere else, and then the actual solar panel mounted in a third spot. So these are all in one, which just ties back into that easy to use. And then cost effective. Obviously, cost is important, but these things are priced right and ready to move. So that's our kind of overview on Solera solar lighting. And you guys have seen the off-grid. We've been selling the off-grid products for over 2 years now, and then really have a complete offering for all the common and applicable applications that you would see, ranging from wall packs to floodlights to bollards. So great products. And there's our familiar look at our Solera City brochure that you guys have probably seen in the past, still available. But today, what David's going to be talking about primarily is Hybrid 365. Just to give a little background on why Hybrid 365. So we've got off-grid as one subcategory or sub-brand of our Solera solar lighting lineup. And then we've got Hybrid 365. So hybrid, a lot of people are going to gravitate and think of like a hybrid car that, uses both the battery, but then also uses traditional source, which would be gasoline. So in this case, we are using battery technology that is powered by the sun in this case. And we are also using traditional power line voltage. 365 is because now with hybrid technology, we can guarantee 365 nights of light. So really, really key for us with off-grid. Sometimes you have to battle weather conditions, whether it's cloudy days or temperature. But with hybrid, we can guarantee 365 nights of light. And then what I want to introduce you guys is to our solera-solar.com website. This has been live for a couple months now, but it's really just been one landing page. But let me show you guys the new website. And hopefully you guys got an email about it last week. But one second, I'll share my screen. I just don't want to see that anymore. So here's the Solera new website. So free to shine right when you walk into it. But we've got all our information here. Again, that familiar off-grid Solera City. You can click for more information. We've got our new hybrid 365 area light fixture there. Again, our entire lineup of off-grid products, and then we've got that video. This is really a great video to get out to your customers and end users. It's only 2 minutes to watch, but really gives you a good overview. But today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into it, and I'm going to pass it over to David to do a deep dive into hybrid solar.
I'm going to make that same joke I made Friday, Doug. Is that I love the hand on our Solera website. Is that your hand? Are you a hand model, or is that the hand of God? Or
what do you think? Look familiar?
How many takes did you have to do to get the speed of the hand just perfect?
It was an afternoon for sure.
No, I like it. I love it. Website looks great. It also looks good. I told you on Friday, I went on my iPhone. I was surprised that that mobile site looks awesome on the phone too.
Yeah.
And I think that another thing about the website is that I think it's great that we have a separate kind of unique looking website for Solera, because some of the customers that you might be selling to may not be electrical distributors. Maybe you're going to bring this to like a solar panel contractor or a solar panel dealer, that would not be interested in all the other lighting that light efficient design does, all the screw-in retrofits and indoor fixtures. Maybe they're only interested in solar lighting. So this way they're not confused or kind of, you know, jumbled with all that other stuff. It's just so focused on solar. So I think that's another great tool that you know, that we have that website for.
No, great
Really
points.
specific, yeah, really targeted. All right, so I'm really excited today. We've been working on this product for, I don't know, about a year and a half to bring this product to market. We put a lot of thought into it, a lot of engineering work, a lot of time and effort, money. I'm really, really excited to finally launch it and share it with you today. So I hope you can see how passionate I am and excited as I'm presenting, because I truly am passionate about everything that this product can do, all the potential that it has. So let's jump into it. So why hybrid solar? As Doug said, we currently have a complete offering of off-grid solar products under the Solera brand name. So you've known about these for a while, you've been trained on them, you've probably sold some of them, but we have a great offering of off-grid solar. So why are we even interested in launching this new hybrid solar technology? So to be honest, the first thought of it came to me about 2016. This is a picture of the all-electric BMW i3 that we had here at Remfoss. This was a lot of fun. We kind of had this as a marketing campaign. We would bring this out to customers' job sites and projects, let them use it. I had a lot of fun with this car. I wish I still had it. But I'll give you an example of a story as to why I thought that hybrid may be interesting or important. I was on the way to a job site. It was about 55 miles away, and this was the first year that the BMW i3 came out, and it was the first generation with the old battery technology, and the range was right about 50 miles, all electric. So I'm driving. I got to be at the job site at something like 3 p.m. You know, 2:55, run out of electricity. It's out. So that's a great reason why obviously a hybrid electric car is important. So apply that to solar lighting, and it's kind of the same theory as to why in some cases this hybrid technology can be really, really cool, really, really relevant, really important, because in certain areas of the country where you want this fixture to be on all night long, every single night of the year at 100% full blast, you may not be able to achieve that with off-grid. But with hybrid technology, you are not going to have, you know, in the car, they call it range anxiety. But in a light fixture, maybe you're not going to have, you know, all solar off-grid anxiety, because you're going to have the ability to have that fixture be on all night, all year round. So we optimize the platform that this hybrid solar area light is built on. We didn't just take tooling that was off the shelf from a solar panel or a fixture and kind of just mash it together. We really thought about, okay, what can we do so that we have plenty of space and flexibility for the current design? If we want to make improvements to design, pack more technology in it. I'll talk about it at the end of this presentation, some of the things that we may introduce into this product, additional technology or additional lumen packages later on. But we really wanted to have a platform that was designed from the ground up, from scratch, for hybrid solar technology, purpose-built for this technology. So here's a look at that design. I'm on the left, that first image. You can see if you were standing on the ground looking up at the light fixture in a parking lot, that's what you would see. That second image is an exploded view, exploded rendering of all the technology that's packed inside of it. And then those last two images show you how clean and professional the product looks with that solar panel mounted on top of it. Here's a look at that cell sheet. This has been around for a little while, but a really clean, simple cell sheet, which you could take to your customer and really quickly review all the technology with them, go over the product. So how does it work? So the hybrid brain. So the brain is really the heart, the brain rather, of this product. It's what makes the hybrid technology possible. So how does it work? So that hybrid brain is going to pull both from the sun and from the grid. And it has an intelligent computer inside of it to look at how much energy is left in the battery. And it's always going to try to pull from the sun, pull from the battery as much as possible. But when it gets to a certain threshold, it's going to intelligently switch over to grid power. So that brain is the reason why this fixture works the way it does. It's very important, and it's the critical piece of technology that we've designed to make it work. Battery technology in this fixture is also very interesting. So if I back up for a second, let's first talk about the batteries in the off-grid products. Those batteries in the off-grid products, they're very advanced lithium polymer or lithium phosphate batteries. They're very advanced, but they have a charge and discharge lower range that stops around freezing. What we've done with this product is we've used some really groundbreaking technology that allows the battery to charge between -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and discharge, meaning send power to the LEDs, even colder, -40 up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So this means that in cold climates, cold parts of the world, cold parts of the country, you're going to be able to use this technology, and it's going to work very well because of that unique battery technology. The way that it actually works, you can see these cells. So the battery, this has kind of the shell pulled off of it, but there are a bunch of kind of AA sized battery cells, rechargeable batteries, and those are doped with a very interesting chemical process that allows them to charge and discharge much lower than typical lithium batteries. So really, really advanced and new, innovative battery technology. We have a smart mechanical design. I'll do a live demo here, so I'll shut this PowerPoint off for a second, so hopefully I'm bigger screen. Here is a look of the unit. So this is the 30-watt hybrid solar unit. We're designed to replace up to a 250-watt HID. This is the look from below, so you can see the lenses, waterproof lenses. You can see that circular motion sensor. If I turn this around here, again, this is purpose designed to really maximize the efficiency. So you can see this mount on the back here. You can see a bunch of different numbers for position, and it's a little hard to see, but this bracket can articulate. The whole idea here is that you can optimize both the attitude and the position, kind of the angular position of that solar panel. If you think about our existing off-grid only solar area lights that has that solar panel that's fixed to the back of the unit, while that unit does operate very well, it's a great product with great technology, and we've had really good success with it, that solar panel is fixed to the back. With this hybrid unit, you have this mounting system here that allows this bracket to move. So if I grab the bracket, here's the bracket that mounts to the top here. And this allows you to turn to any of these positions and lock it in place. And then if I grab the solar panel, here's our panel. See the front of it. The back of it has this very unique frame. This had to be built and designed and tested to be very rigid so that it could handle wind loads. That attaches like this, and this can articulate like that. And again, it has positions here to lock it into place. So that gives you freedom, ultimate freedom, to articulate the panel this way and the directionality of it, 360 degrees, to make sure that you are going to install that fixture in a way that's appropriate. So maybe it has to be parallel with your parking spaces. You wouldn't want it to be off center. So it's nice and parallel and squared up, but that solar panel is going to be angled in the proper direction. And I'll talk about in a second how we help you decide what that proper direction or mounting angle of that solar panel is. All right, let me pull our presentation back up. So some of the key specs of this product, differentiators. So the part number of this is SL, SAL, HYB, 30 watt. I'll break that down. So SL is Solera. SAL stands for solar area light, because this first product is an area or parking lot or maybe local roadway luminaire. Hybrid, so HYB stands for hybrid. And the reason why we put the wattage on the end, 30 watt, is we're going to be introducing different lumen packages, probably higher lumen packages in the next couple months, and then maybe a lower lumen package later. But we're going to be introducing different lumen packages, so that's where that wattage number would come into play. This is designed to have enough foot candles on the ground to replace up to a 250 watt HID unit, this first 30 watt unit that we're launching. 5-year warranty, an L70 of over 100,000 hours for the LEDs. we're using LEDs that are over 250 lumens per watt. I've talked about in some of my previous solar pro workshops why we believe our philosophy is that the lumens per watt of these LEDs and these solar fixtures are so critical. Obviously, in any LED product, you want to use very high efficiency LEDs, but especially in solar, our idea is to pack the most amount of light, the most amount of foot candles on the ground in the smallest amount of package. And to do that, obviously we're using very lightweight and high performance batteries and solar panels and electronics, but same with the LEDs. We want to purchase the highest bin LEDs that we can get our hands on so that we're packing the most amount of foot candles in the smallest package. When you add the optics in and some losses from the battery and your electronics, it's lower than 250 lumens per watt. You end up at about 180 or 190 or 200 lumens per watt, but still really, really impressive efficiency because we're going above and beyond to purchase the highest quality, highest bin LEDs. This product can hook up to 120 to 277 volts AC, and then we do have a 480 volt or high voltage unit coming soon. So if you have a project in a big parking lot or maybe a roadway that's at 480 volts, we'll have a solution for that. Type 3 optic is going to be your standard choice for the lensing on the LEDs. And then we're going to have a Type 4 and a Type 5 optic optional. That's important so that we can do lighting layouts for you and choose the appropriate optic for that use. 4,000 Kelvin is going to be your standard color temperature. We've seen more and more over the last couple of years. Obviously, 5,000 K is still very popular, but 4,000 Kelvin seems to be what IES, some other organizations are really pushing for comfortable, low glare exterior lighting. But we do offer 3,000 Kelvin, 5,000 Kelvin, and then even turtle-friendly amber if you're doing maybe a hotel project down in the eastern seaboard or the western seaboard, and they need that turtle-friendly amber wavelength. Replaceable battery. So the battery in this unit is designed to be in-field replaceable. We believe that's important, and we offer that as a standard feature in a lot of our off-grid and then now our hybrid solar products, so that after the warranty period, this isn't a disposable fixture. You have the ability to remove that battery, purchase a replacement from us, and in-field swap it. Optional off-grid only model. What do I mean by that? So obviously we have all of our purpose-designed off-grid models, right? All of our existing Solera off-grid solar lighting. What I mean by using this particular fixture in off-grid mode is that say that you don't have power going to a pole, you could still use the same fixture and have the look match. So let me back up. So it's great for matching on an install where you can't run power. So an example for that, I'll look at my parking lot here at our Middleton facility. It's about 10 poles out there. All of them have wires going to those light fixtures, those line voltage fixtures. And we're actually going to install the hybrid out here very shortly. So there are 10 poles, all with power running to them. So we're going to put up 10 of the hybrid units, taking advantage of the line voltage. But maybe in this parking lot, I know that I've talked to some of the other building owners in this park, there's a couple of areas where we'd love to have some additional light, where the current fixtures are just not cutting it. So what we're thinking is that we'll put up a couple more poles. It'd be very expensive to tunnel under the pavement, dig, put in conduit. That would be probably tens of thousands of dollars. So we're just going to put in the poles, and we're going to put up a couple of these units, but not connect them to line voltage. So they're going to run in off-grid mode only, but then we'll have all the same fixtures with all the same cosmetic look. So that's nice that we can operate these in off-grid mode only. And I should note, while I'm on this point, that the standard hybrid fixture can operate either in hybrid mode or off-grid mode if you don't have power. We will have an additional model that'll be a little bit lower cost, not much lower cost, but a little bit lower cost if you want to take advantage of the battery technology and the mechanical design. So I talked about how it has that really unique advanced battery technology that can operate at really low temperatures. And I also talked about how it has that unique mechanical design that lets that solar panel articulate in all different ways. So if you want that technology, but you're not interested in using it as a hybrid, then you can purchase the off-grid only model of this particular unit to still take advantage of those features. And the off-grid only model, like I said, will be a little bit lower cost. Flexible mounting options. So we recognize that your customers have a number of different potential places where they want to install these fixtures. So we're providing you with a bunch of different brackets so that no matter what the installation is, you'll have a bracket that'll match up with that install. The standard bracket on that unit, I can grab this again, is an adjustable slip fitter on the back where you can change the angle of it. But we have a number of different circular pole, round poles, tenon mounts. So if you want to mount it on the top of a pole, and even a wall mount, optional brackets that'll easily install onto that slip fitter. So there's a picture of the remote control. I'll pick it up here in my hand so you can see it. And I want to go over this remote control really quickly. A couple things about it. I'll back up here. Here's kind of a standard, this is a remote control that we use on a lot of our motion sensors in the REMFOS product line, the retrofit kits and fixtures. This is the remote control that's included with the solar 365 fixtures. It's a very advanced remote control. One unit is included in every single unit that you purchase, but that one unit will work on all the fixtures. So we basically give you extra remote controls. So once you decide on what your program is, and I'll talk about in a minute how we help you to decide what program to use, you can set it up on here and then program from this one remote control the 10 or 15 or 20 different fixtures in that parking lot. This gives you a lot of flexibility. This is a little excerpt from the install guide, which is available on our website, that Solera website. But there's a lot of different functions on that remote. Here's some examples of the operating mode. So we have a number of different modes that you can choose, basically adjusting, okay, does this come on at nighttime and run at 100% full light level all throughout the night and then dim in the morning? Or does it use that integrated motion sensor and kind of do a high-low thing where it's at a lower light level, maybe 50% light level, then when people come by or cars drive by, it's going to go up to a higher light level. So there's a lot of flexibility what you can choose, and there's a custom program, you can see the last one, where we can totally customize what the proper operation is. I will note that it says that 100% is the default setting. I think we've modified that a little bit, even for more energy savings, but it'll be reflected on the install guide. ETL. So I really want to focus on this because this is really important for you to explain to your customers. We are the first company in the world to have a ETL product or UL product listed for a solar exterior lighting fixture. So take that in for a second. We're the first company in the world to go through ETL or UL for an exterior lighting fixture that pulls both from the sun and has a battery and from the grid. There are some companies out there that have had products that may pull from the grid before, and they use like a UL listed driver, but that entire package, the solar panel, the battery, the light fixture, that brain, was not listed together and tested together as a package. We at Light Efficient Design always want to go above and beyond, and we take safety and certifications very seriously. So we actually worked with UL and ETL to write the requirements to make this possible. It wasn't even possible before we did this to list a fixture like this with this technology. DLC, this is really cool, really important. So we will be the first company in the world again, just like ETL, to have a DLC listed solar hybrid product. Why is this important? Utility rebates and tax incentives. The exciting part of this being DLC listed, when it is listed, I believe in a few weeks, is that you'll be able to take advantage of all kinds of rebates if your utility offers exterior lighting rebates. And a lot of utilities that offer lighting rebates give some really nice rebates for exterior lighting because obviously it can be low-hanging fruit to replace your 100 watt, 250 watt, 400 watt HID lamps. The idea with the rebates here is that most utility programs, well, actually not most, but all of them, they won't have a specific category yet for solar exterior lighting. So basically, they're going to give you a rebate. Here in Massachusetts, I think we give $100 to maybe $250 for a parking lot or area light fixture. But we really believe that if you work with us and have us help you talk with your utilities, and I'm happy to do that. I know that a number of us on the team are happy to do that. We can work with your utility to explain to them this new technology, the innovation, the energy savings, and hopefully have them give a higher rebate, a higher dollar rebate above and beyond what they would offer today for just standard parking lot or area light fixture rebate category. White glove service included at no charge. This is really exciting. This is the first time we've ever done this. We're including this standard with our hybrid 365 products. And that's Sean. Sean is our product manager for the solar lighting category. He went to school, to college for environmental engineering and knows a lot about solar. He's been with us for a number of years and he's really become an expert on this topic, and he's very passionate and excited and knowledgeable about solar lighting. But basically with this white glove service that's included, we're going to walk you through the process of what your customer may need to know as far as how to set it up, what choices to make on the solar panel, on optics, on color temperature. We're going to provide all of that service to you. So here's an example of one of the components of the white glove service where it might start. So maybe you'll ask us to do a lighting layout for you. You know, we'll want to look at a parking lot. Here's a layout we did for a restaurant last week. And we can talk about, you know, where in this document, in this layout, where poles should go, what the optics choices, type 3 or type 4 or type 5 might want to be, some layout suggestions as far as light output. So we have the ability with that remote control to dial in the brightness, the lumen output, the foot candles on the ground. So maybe you're in a parking lot where you're replacing 70-watt HID lamps. You don't need the full output, 100% output of this fixture. So we can recommend, okay, what setting on this remote control should you dial it into for even more energy savings and the proper light output. Weather conditions. So we can do some calculations based on weather conditions in your area. This was a little diagram from where our office is in Cary, Illinois. There was a comment, we were looking at this, you know, the weather, this was down in March, wasn't that great over that week or two period, but we can analyze the weather. We can make recommendations depending on where you are latitude-wise in the world for what angle you should properly set that solar panel to maximize getting that exposure from the sun. This is our Solera calculator tool, Solera solar calculator tool. This is a really powerful Excel tool that we have that, again, we can put in a bunch of different inputs, what your zip code is, you know, where you're located, what the weather patterns are, what your kWh cost is, and we can give you some options and data on how much you're going to save and use for energy per year. Here's a look at another white glove service that we can talk about offering. So this is an analysis of an install. This is at our facility here in Middleton. So this is where I'm physically standing today. And we can look at, okay, those green dots are suggested locations where it's going to perform better. The red dot is where it is today. Again, coming into, okay, what mode should we select on that remote control, what the proper angle is of that solar panel, what the orientation is, depending on what side of that building is. So these are all the services that are included in that white glove service for Solera 365 to really make sure that you maximize and optimize the installation of this product. So where to use this? Here's some renderings. This is on like a windy back road. This would be a great use for Solera hybrid technology, I think, for two reasons. One is maybe this is up in the mountains in kind of a cold area of the country. So that low temperature battery ability is going to really come into play. The other reason is maybe you're in a town or a city up in this rural part of the country where they're really interested in being environmentally friendly and projecting that image to the residents and to maybe tourists that are coming into that town. So having solar panels up on the fixture could go a long way to projecting that image that, hey, come to our town, we're environmentally friendly, we take this very seriously. Here is a local road, maybe close to a waterway. Here's another, putting these along a pathway. So some other areas where these could be used, and I'll explain why I think these are good examples, a hospital parking lot or maybe a bank parking lot. That's a place where for safety reasons and security reasons, they're gonna want the lights on at full blast, 100% output, 365 nights a year. With off-grid technology that we offer, that would be hard to do, to be able to guarantee with a factor of safety that the lights are gonna be on at 100% all night, every night of the year. With hybrid, you can do that. You can go into that project that requires a level of security, a level of safety, a bank, a parking lot, and guarantee them without a doubt that the lights are going to be on. There's not going to be any issues. University parking lot. The reason why I point this one out is the same reason I kind of talked about a minute ago in that that mountainous back road where that local town may want to project to the tourists or the citizens that they're environmentally friendly. I find that that's true a lot with universities as well. Universities are very interested in projecting an image that they're leaders, they're innovators, they're being efficient, they're mindful of the environment. So universities are a great target opportunity because obviously you can save them a bunch of money financially, but they can also project to their incoming students, their faculty, to the public that they are a leader in this technology. Residential streets, you could start talking to local governments. I know that a couple of our customers have. Again, a lot of local government roadway rules require that you have proper light levels every single night of the year. With off-grid only, a lot of local or state governments may be leery to adopt solar lighting technology because you can't guarantee that. With hybrid, now you can. You know that you're going to be able to maintain light levels every single night of the year, no matter what the weather conditions are. Some examples of where these fixtures have been installed to date. So we've been doing a lot of testing. If you actually look at this image, this is, I believe this is one of the units up at our Cary, Illinois office. We have a power meter mounted on the top here. We're data logging. So we have units installed in Middleton, Mass, where I am. We have units installed in Florida, in Illinois, at our factory in China, in southern China, doing all kinds of data logging on the weather patterns, how much energy is being used. So we've been optimizing these fixtures for probably about the last 9 months or even close to a year, running these in all different climates, making sure that our battery technology is working, our solar panels are performing, we're getting proper light output, proper light levels, we're not having any issues with temperature. So we've been doing a lot of that testing, make sure that now when we're finally launching this product, we have a reliable quality product that you can confidently sell. So what's next? What is the exciting technology that's coming next? Higher output models. Right now, like I said, our unit that we're offering, we're saying it replaces up to about a 250 watt HID lamp, but the ability to replace up to a 400 watt HID. That is probably the upper end of where we'll go for now. You know, customers ask us, hey, can you replace a 1000 watt HID? The problem with that is the solar panels will be too massive. The fixture itself and the battery is going to be too massive. You need reinforcement up on your pole. So right now our unit works up to a 250 watt replacement. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a unit that's even higher lumen output that could replace up to a 400 watt. Other form factors, provide us your feedback. Floodlights, maybe more of a Cobra head design that would be more appropriate for roadways. You know, we're very interested in listening to your feedback. Now that we have the core technology worked out, we can apply that to different form factors. So let us know where you think we should go with that. Cloud monitoring, reporting, optimization. So this is not offered in our current product, but basically in the next generation, we'll have likely like a NEMA socket on the back of it, that standard NEMA socket, pinned waterproof socket, and we'll have an optional wireless control system that works either via Wi-Fi or maybe cellular network and can report back to a cloud, and we'll be able to monitor, okay, how much energy is being pulled from the sun, how much energy is being pulled from the grid. It can do some reporting, so we could look month to month what's happening, and we could do some optimization. The ultimate idea that I have with our solar hybrid technology is that with this cloud monitoring, we'd have kind of a smart brain in the cloud that could look at weather patterns, look at what's needed for light levels, and it could make adjustments on the fly and say, okay, we're in December in Boston. Let's pick a different operating mode that's going to save more energy, but still keep light levels where we need them. Whereas in June, we could use a different operating mode than in December. So it could make those decisions on the fly. So that's some of the interesting technology that we're looking at including in these products later on. I also want to note, so that is the presentation. I also want to talk about for a second, before I hand it over to Rebecca and Doug to do the quiz and then talk about some of the other exciting things going on. One of the most exciting things that I can think about for the solar hybrid technology is that there are a number of installations of existing LED lighting here in Massachusetts and on the East Coast. A lot of parking lots already have been transitioned over to LED, right? In the last couple of years, rebates have been really great. Same thing with California, a lot of places of the country, and even up in Canada. You know, you have a lot of parking lots already with LED technology. and maybe they've been installed for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. The warranty on those fixtures is starting to run out, and the customers are wondering, or the building operators are wondering, hey, am I going to get another crack to put the newest generation of LED up on that pole? With this hybrid technology, I think it gives you the opportunity to do that, because you'll be able to guarantee light levels, guarantee that the lights are going to be on all night, every night of the year, but be able to go to that existing maybe 100-watt LED fixture or 80-watt LED fixture, pull that off, put this hybrid up. Your ROI is going to be fantastic, because your delta between what you're using now for power and what this is going to use is going to be so great. Whereas if they just put up a regular line voltage LED parking lot fixture or area light, they may not drop enough in wattage to justify going to that newest generation LED fixture with a new warranty. Here they'll be able to do that. They'll put up a new fixture, new warranty, and be able to justify that financially with a great ROI. So with that, hopefully I answered most of the questions. I see a bunch of them on the screen. I'm going to go over those at the end, but I'll hand it over to Rebecca and Doug, my teammates, to take us from here.
All right, back. So we just wanted to talk a little bit about some success stories, as we typically do. So on our new Solera website, you can go to case studies there at the top, and find all of our latest case studies. They're also on the LED website as well. The one thing I would say is certainly encourage anybody on this call to help us put together a success story. One, it certainly helps us out, just with the new technology of solar LED fixtures. But two, if you have one of these success stories for your local market, it'll just make it a lot easier to reference and help sell solar. Say that 5 times fast, right? But these are really great. So, and we are rewarding people that are helping us out with these. We'll give you some Solera swag, so we don't leave you empty-handed. But what David hinted to earlier is we've got a little contest that we've decided to put on. And the main thing is we need your help. So that's where this contest is coming from. We need your help. We want you to write us about your installation opportunity for specifically the hybrid 365 area light. So write us about your installation opportunity. We want to get these things installed. We want to get pictures. We want to hear what they like about it. But we first want to know about your installation. So email it. You can email it to anybody, but ideally if you can send it to contest@led-llc.com and send it in by June 15th, that would be fantastic. We're actually going to pick 5 winners for this, which is pretty exciting. And I'm sure everybody wants to know what they're going to win. Is it a hat? Is it a Yeti? Maybe a polo? I don't know. So here's what's cool. We're going to give the 5 winners a free hybrid 365 area light fixture. For those of you with the price sheet, that these things have a decent price tag to them. There's a lot of good technology built in. So, but we want to reward you and get these out there and installed and get your opportunities rolling. So please participate if you have something in the works, and send your submission to contest@led-llc.com by June 15th. And then as far as inventory, we have some product coming in that'll be here within the next 1 to 2 weeks, with more product followed up later this month, and plenty more after that. So we do have inventory coming in very, very soon. But yeah, reach out with any questions on that.